Paul Anderson, the young man who worked at the burger store, asked the homeless man, "What do you want to eat?" just as he would any other client when he approached the counter. A few seconds later, the young man offered him an even more surprising response after paying close attention to what the elderly homeless man had to say. Are you curious about what will happen next? Watch the video through to the very end to find out. Welcome to USA Stories channel. Do not forget to subscribe and activate the bell button to receive all new updates. Now let's go to the story. We have two choices when we see someone in need. Either we choose to assist them or we choose to avoid them. Helping those we know, including family and close friends, is a natural impulse. However, our ability to assist strangers, particularly the homeless, is more constrained. We can be intimidated, assume that someone else will assist them, or think that they are not truly in need of our assistance. But for whatever reason, homeless people, like children, are the most vulnerable population in our society and require all the assistance available. Paul Anderson, the employee of this eatery, seemed to have had a thorough understanding of the proceeding. In February 2017, Paul, a fast food employee in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, saw a homeless guy walk into the restaurant while he was working the night shift. He chose to handle him normally. Paul really serves homeless individuals at the restaurant on a regular basis, since he has done so in the past. However, this specific individual posed an odd query. "What can you give me for 50 cents? Paul made a more selfless and unexpected decision as opposed to informing the homeless man there was nothing at that price and requesting him to go. "Tell me what you would want to eat if you could afford it," the man asked. The elderly man said he would be very grateful for anything on the menu because he was quite hungry. Then Paul ordered the most lavish and full supper in the restaurant and paid for it personally, demonstrating true sympathy for him. The homeless man was told by the clerk to sit and wait for his dinner to arrive. The young man was unaware that someone else in the restaurant had seen him perform this kind deed. Paul later informed his mother what had transpired that evening, affected by the encounter. She posted about her son's acts on one of her social media accounts since she was so happy with them, starting her post with the phrase, "Proud mom moments." "Because of my son's act of compassion, I'm very happy to be his mother, and I can pat myself on the back, knowing that I had a significant role in raising this big-hearted young guy," she said, concluding her narrative. Paul received a lot of praise for the mother's post and the excellent example he has set for other people. Miranda James, a lady, wrote on social media, "Very nice and very kind of you. He is a lovely guy that you have nurtured, and the world needs more youth like him." Paul's grandmother, Karina Bricks, wrote, "Paul, you are an amazing young man with a great heart," expressing her gratitude for the manner her grandson had handled the homeless man. "God's blessings on you will never end. He cherishes you. Your granny." Others who know Paul's family complimented them on raising him to be a compassionate and nice individual. A woman who witnessed what transpired that evening at the restaurant was also mentioned in the mother's Facebook post. It gave the event an even more amazing conclusion. Paul's mother wrote, "The event could have ended there, and it would be a happy ending." But as she went on to explain, she disclosed that the witness turned out to be an angel who gave Paul a prize for his deeds. Later, the woman who had seen the events came to the conclusion that Paul's generosity should not be forgotten. The mother said, "Not only did she notify the company about the humanitarian worker who was employed by them, but she also gave my son a very sizable gratuity." The photo that went with Michelle's post showed that the mother had given her kid a $100 tip. Flavia Calderon commented on the Facebook post saying, "I'll share the story. It was amazing what Paul did. Our children still have golden hearts. You never know when angels are keeping an eye on you." Paul's tale touched many others, and many of them started posting it on their own Facebook accounts. The moral of the narrative, help and kindness, was much more important than the story itself. Please feel free to like, comment, and share it on your social media accounts if you enjoyed it. Stay with me if you'd like more. Now, allow me to share with you another tale that demonstrates the moral principles we must uphold. A gorgeous, elegantly attired woman with an angelic face, lovely perfume, and pricey shoes was strolling along the street. A girl who appeared to have never experienced pain suddenly halted in front of a defenseless guy. He smelt so bad that nobody wanted to get near him, and he looked so miserable. His eyes were filled with sorrow, and his clothing were tattered and filthy. Upon noticing her presence, he looked up, and his sole thought was that, like everyone else, she was trying to make fun of him, so he firmly stated, "Please go away, leave me alone," to the visitor. "Are you hungry, sir?" she inquired, meeting his gaze with a grin. Feeling uneasy and expressing his disapproval, he said, "No, I'm amazing. I had supper with the Pope just now. Please leave me alone now." That being said, the woman persisted. Grinning, she tried to gently hoist him up by taking his arm. "But what are you doing?" the elderly guy said at this point. "Leave me alone, please." "Is there a problem, miss?" A policeman questioned the girl as he approached the scene. "I just want to assist this man in crossing the street to the cafeteria so he can eat." "Officer, could you please help me?" The old man was a little bewildered, but the cop was happy to help him up. "I'd rather not go eat there. Please let me go, officer." When the homeless guy eventually made it into the restaurant, he said, "I haven't done anything wrong." Though the establishment was still somewhat empty, the manager came over right away and said, "Good afternoon, officer and miss," with great indignation. "You're welcome, but I regret to inform you that your filthy and homeless buddy is not allowed to stay with us. He is the kind of person that hurts my business. If someone from the street is seen dining at my restaurant, what would other people think of it? In addition, this elderly man is a major hassle," saying, "Excuse me, sir? Are you the owner of this place?" The girl cut him off. With a haughty demeanor, the manager sprang to his feet and declared, "I make the decisions." "I don't think so, sir," she said nicely as she pulled some documents out of her purse and showed them to the subject. "It's nice to meet you. I'm the new owner of this establishment, and I regret to inform you that I make such decisions. Once more, you're not handling your clients properly." With a pale face, unsteady knees, and a trembling voice, the manager sincerely apologized to the woman. She went to the filthy guy right away and said, "Ask for whatever you want," shocking the policeman with her humanity and education. "I'm paying for the meal now, and if you'd like, officer, you're welcome to come out to dinner with us." "Miss, why are you helping me out with this?" With tears in his eyes, the concerned guy responded, "I have no way to pay you. You already paid me 15 years ago when I was working in that same restaurant," she said, tenderly wiping away his tears. "You've forgotten who I am. I had only hunger and the cold, no fancy purse or name-brand shoes. I had recently received my degree from the local university and had traveled to the metropolis to look for employment. I had been living on the streets for days after my flat was evicted due to non-payment of rent. You were situated behind the register. In return, I asked you for a job. I recall you telling me that municipal rules prevented you from doing that. However, after handing me the menu, you stated, 'Place your order. The food is on me today.' I hadn't eaten in days until I saw that dish, which was the biggest steak sandwich I had ever seen." The policeman and the elderly guy were in disbelief as she spoke. "I landed a job the same day because of your meal and smile, which gave me the strength to keep going. I began my own business and put in a lot of day and night effort. Here, after you finish your meal, you can buy some clothes and find a place to stay," the woman told the homeless guy, pulling out an envelope stuffed with cash. "You won't experience hunger or cold again. You can work here tomorrow, serving clients with the same wide smile that greeted me so many years ago." The elderly guy wept uncontrollably. He just thanked her while holding her hand securely. She graciously returned the gesture before having to get out. Unsure of what to say, the policeman bid the elderly guy farewell and walked away. "Thank you, officer, for having accompanied me." "No, miss. I'm grateful that I was included in this amazing miracle. I now see why my mother used to say that everyone reaps what they sow. If we plant anger and frustration, we shall reap isolation. On the other hand, if we plant love and compassion, we shall harvest it with fervor and thanks. Keep in mind that everyone receives what they deserve in this world. The good and the bad always find their way back to you in the end. I appreciate you seeing. Would you kindly like and post the video on social media? We'll respond to you as soon as we can. Please remember to subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our videos. If you enjoyed the tale, the next video that plays on your screen will probably move you too.